time pass, patiently waiting, I'm passionately smashing every expectation, every action's an act of creation. I'm laughing in the face of casualties and sorrow. For the first time, I'm thinking past tomorrow.
I haven't seen it yet, but I'm so excited about today. And it was funny is when we were walking up, I saw you from afar, and not knowing who is who. I mean, I figured you were obviously not Hamilton, but I was like, I took one look at you and I said, that's Hamilton. You know, it's like his weight and his aura is over you, even when you're not on stage. Do you feel that way?
Absolutely.
Yeah?
Absolutely. There's often times when I just feel like he's there when I'm performing, and it's just, you know, kind of watching what I do, and sometimes he approves, sometimes he doesn't.
Yeah, I know, that was funny.
Yeah.
So doing this role, like when you first started, was this something you always kind of wanted to do, this role?
You know, I always would have loved to do this role, but I never thought that this was mine. You know, I thought maybe some other roles in the show, but then when I started doing this and immersing myself in it, I'm like, wow, I understand it. Like, that's dope.
Yeah.
And now that I get to do it every night, he's become a part of me.
Yeah. How about you? So I know you do a lot of different roles.
Yeah. So I cover all three Schuyler sisters. So that's Eliza, Angelica, Peggy, Mariah. It's been a dream come true, because I mean, listening to the cast recording and being like, oh, I want to play Eliza, and then the next day being like, I want to play Angelica, and then I actually do that. So yeah, so that's been a really, really great learning experience for me.
I'm not like a super artsy person. Like, I'm so into this because of the hip hop and the music, and it draws people in that not necessarily would go see it, right?
Right. Yeah, I think that this play puts aspects that usually don't ever go together, and they meld them so well that people that come from those different aspects, so like somebody who loves history but never listened to hip hop, all of a sudden is listening to hip hop now because they love history, and vice versa.
I think it's very impactful for a lot of reasons, one of which is it's kind of this shining light that people can unite behind in a time when there's a lot of darkness and a lot of, you know, iffy things going on. And for another reason, just getting to see a cast that looks like us on stage, you know, telling such an important story, coming together and being so diverse, and, you know, telling our side of it as well as, you know, I think people get excited about that.
You were actually raised here in Houston,
Yeah,
right?
I'm from Houston. So being able to bring a show that has so much diversity on stage, I feel like the city sees it reflected back onto themselves, and they're like, I see this every day, which is really, that's awesome, and I'm hoping that spreads across the nation as we take this show on the road. But being able to be here in Houston and have people really appreciate that kind of diversity is very special.
Is there one place that you were like, okay guys, after this is where we're going?
I definitely wanted everyone to check out the diverse food scene. So I was like, go to Chinatown, go to Montrose. There's a lot of really cute art murals and restaurants and bars to check out. So that's been really cool to see everyone exploring the city, getting a little bit of sunshine, which we really needed.
Like I was saying to you earlier, we all know that NASA works hard. If you're working for NASA, you are a hard worker. But the thing that I left with that was that hit me the most was the idea of everything being so unified. We got to one building, and to get to another building of the same program, you had to get on a bus and travel 10 minutes. And as an actor, that's inspiring, because, you know, to be on stage with everybody and do the things that we do, you need to be unified. And I think that NASA is the standard of what it is to be unified.
Yeah.
You know?
So y'all all got to go.
Yes.
Yeah. What did you think of it?
It was incredible.
Yeah.
It was so cool. I mean, I felt like a 7-year-old boy. You know what I'm saying? Like, being an astronaut, when we got to meet the astronauts, we got to see them coming out of the training pool and everything, I'm just like, y'all have the coolest job in the world. And then for them to turn around and say, you're in Hamilton, that's cool. I'm like, what? You have the coolest job.
I was just thinking, like, literally I have chills, because I was like, I literally just thought that about you guys. I'm like, y'all have the coolest job. You know, some of you probably over there is maybe thinking I have the coolest job. Probably not. I don't know.
It's definitely encouraged, I think, all of us to have more of a learning spirit. Being able to come to stuff like this, like the Hamilton exhibit, is just so incredible.
As a part of the Museum of Fine Arts in Houston is this beautiful, I want to say nugget, but it's much bigger than a nugget, piece of land called the Bayou Bend Collection and Gardens, and it's right here in the historic, beautiful River Oaks. And I'm here with the curator, Bradley Brooks. How gorgeous is this? Like, I think this is one of those things like you have to see in Houston that people don't even know is here.
You truly do, and we hope everyone comes to know that it's here and wants to come see us, because it's a beautiful location, it's a beautiful garden.
And now a really great reason for people is the the new exhibit, World of Alexander Hamilton.
Well, I think it's very exciting for Houston, because who isn't excited about Hamilton?
Yeah.
But then to see the way we can go into our own collection and bring it even more to life has been a wonderful thing. We've crafted a tour to relate to the story of the play of Alexander Hamilton, using select objects in the collection that touch on various aspects of the story, as it unfolds. This is a chair type that was used in the 18th century, usually used as a desk chair, because if you'll see it, it's sort of a square seat, and it sort of enforces a peculiarly masculine sitting posture, a legs spread sitting posture.
Yeah.
So it's a man's chair. And so may have been there when Eliza and Alexander were married, and possibly the place where he sat down for a few moments. We have some wonderful ceramics in the collection, as I'm sure you know, and we have a stand, a teapot stand, so it would have been protecting the table from drips of tea. It has the emblem of the Order of the Cincinnati, which was an association of revolutionary officers, of which Washington and Hamilton and Burr were all founding members, all charter members. So it was from George Washington's China service of this organization that encompassed all those people.
Y'all had the actors from Hamilton come here. That was exciting.
It was very exciting. It was wonderful to see them. We went to see the show and saw the show and loved the show, and to see their reaction to these objects was a wonderful moment.
Being able to place these people in a real setting and visualize them sitting in this chair, having conversations that we have daily, it makes our work more important in some ways, I think.
And now Hamilton will have to go, the actual musical, the play will have to go on, but the exhibit will be here through the summer, correct?
That's right. The show will go to other cities. This exhibit will be on view through August 31st.
I feel like we're always fighting for, we're really good at arts and we're really good. You growing up here and coming back and seeing how the schools have flourished, how is that must make you so proud?
Yeah, well, and a question I get a lot is, how do you feel like your experience in Houston has informed what you're doing now? And I think public arts is one of the biggest things that we can support and encourage kids to do. Of course, doing sports is also great, but having arts in everyone's curriculum, it teaches communication, it teaches, just the way for people to be able to communicate and storytell and relate. And you also make a really great group of friends, obviously. Yeah. So being able to encourage that, I think, is one of the biggest things I think Houston is doing and continues to do.
Yeah, it's such amazing historical figures that it's that's now essentially a part of them is you, or vice versa.
Yeah, I said earlier, Madison and Mulligan have become my best friends. I love being able to step into their shoes, and it's funny because they seem like rock stars now. Not me, not the play, but Madison and Mulligan are rock stars to people now, and to me, he's nothing more than another guy that I know that I'm close with, which is dope. Yeah.
That's so cool to be able to have that. That means you're doing your job. It means y'all are doing such a great job, and to have that connectivity to something is just, I would think, incredible. And so props to you guys.